Hello, this is middle and high school science teacher Kimberly Galambos coming to you from the Founders Academy Public Charter School in the Queen City, Manchester, New Hampshire. Our school teaches over 300 students from almost 30 towns. Its mission is the Academy develops leaders who understand and apply the lessons of the past, demonstrate exceptional character, and lead by example. The Academy recognizes the importance of balance in the development of the whole person and respects each student's journey. This quarter, my 7th grade integrated science students are learning about chemistry. Through my learning through the National Geographic Certified Educator process, I thought, how can I connect students to different scales and perspectives and make it an event? So what we did was students created brochures, and they had 3 class periods to do so. And then the 2 classes got together in the morning, and they were able to have a Celebrate Elements breakfast. This is where they shared, celebrated, learned, and reflected upon all of the different elements you can find on the periodic table. In the attitude framework, students worked on responsibility through realizing how their elements connected with the welfare of other people, cultural resources, and the natural world. They also needed to consider multiple perspectives. For example, the student with carbon was able to learn the dark history of blood diamonds and how the broader scope of using and coveting this hard substance affects the people who live and work near the mines. The brochures were also a great opportunity for empowerment, where an explorer acts on curiosity, respect, responsibility, and adventurousness and persists in the face of challenges. When your peers are looking at your work, there is a higher pressure. Some students chose to do their work electronically and then had printer issues. This was a great example of learning from failure and the consequences of choice. In their reflections, they included how not getting in their brochure, even though it was done, disappointed them because their peers could not celebrate their work at the celebratory breakfast. Working through these brochures, my students had to set daily goals and how to reach those goals in order to be successful. They needed to identify and recognize their own skills and abilities and the importance of those skills and abilities in this process. Some people are great at research, others at organizing, others at the art required to construct the brochure. Other students recognized that they had strong social skills and were able to shine talking with peers at the celebratory breakfast. The skills my students grew also included observation, where they applied scientific ideas and evidence to explain these real-world phenomena. In this project, there were a lot of exclamations and excitement when doing research on their element. One student chose lead and was interested in learning about its properties because he's an avid fisherman and wanted to know why exactly lead is banned in New Hampshire. This also made for fascinating insight into many perspectives at this regional scale. The knowledge framework was a great way to guide my students to a richer experience rather than just doing a regular chemistry unit. In highlighting the local, regional, and global scales as they researched, students were able to make stronger connections to the human and natural world. One example was realizing that nitrogen is needed in every ecosystem at a global scale, and that is why the student adds nitrogen to her garden soil at the local scale. Including a requirement on explaining at least 2 perspectives brought forth the human journey of ways in which people and societies are connected globally today and how they are connected in the past. The mining of metal connected students to this present and past. A lot of the elements are extracted through mining. Many students saw how human modifications to Earth's physical environment affect the Earth system. It was really fascinating seeing students realize how these vague element ideas were real things on Earth that existed in relationship with our world. Learning how different elements are used and have shaped civilizations brought a greater respect for why we learn chemistry in the first place. Our changing planet is in part due to humans' desire for using elements. After the breakfast, each class had a written and verbal reflection process. This provided me and all the students evidence of how much they did get out of the element brochure project. It was more insightful than just a simple numerical grade. In all, 33 elements were explored and learned about.